Hi everyone, today let's discuss the 5 major key points of budget 2024 that have impacted the investments. Now let's talk about first group of investment as shown in the table, that is stock, equity, mutual fund, REITs and InvITs. Now this is the most impacted group of investment as the capital gain tax rates, that is short-term capital gain tax rates as well as long-term capital gain tax rates have been increased on all these investments. Now if these investments are held for up to 12 months, this would be short-term capital gain and the tax rates would be 20%, which was previously only 15%. And if these investments are held for more than 12 months, then the tax rate would be 12.5%, which was previously only 10%. Now, one more clear change which we can see in this table, that is REITs and InvITs are taken at the same level as stock, equity and mutual fund, as the holding period on these investments is now 12 months, which was previously 36 months. Let's look at the second group of investment, that is equity, FOF and listed bond. Do you know there is a tax saving of 10 to 20% in these two investments? So if your income is above 15 lakh, that means if you are in the bracket of 30% slab rate, and even if you are holding these two investments for less than 12 months, you would be paying 20% instead of 30% as your slab rate. So you would be saving 10% on your capital gain. And one more good thing is that in case of equity FOF, if you are holding those equity FOF for more than 12 months, you can save 18 to 20% of your capital gain, as now you would be paying only 12.5% instead of that slab rate. Now let's talk about the next group, that is gold or silver, ETF, gold fund and overseas FOFs. Here again you have a tax saving of 10 to 20% in case you are in the bracket of 15 to 30%. Now if you are a gold or silver ETF and you are holding it for less than 12 months, you are paying only 20% instead of slab rate, and you are holding it for more than 12 months, then you are paying only 12.5% instead of slab rate. That means you have a tax saving in case of short-term capital gain as well as in long-term capital gain. Now, in case of gold fund and overseas FOFs, you have to hold it for longer period. That means in case of gold fund, you have to hold it for more than 12 months, and in case of overseas FOF, you have to hold it for more than 24 months. Then you are paying only 12.5% instead of slab rate. Now let's discuss about unlisted financial assets, that is unlisted stock, foreign equity and bond, physical gold and real estate. Now in these investment there is a major change, that is now flat 7.5% tax saving for all the investors. That means if you are holding these assets for more than 24 months, now you would be paying only 12.5% instead of 20%. That is now you are paying long-term capital gain tax of 12.5%, which was previously 20%. Our fifth key change is removal of indexation on long-term capital gain. Previously, cost of acquisition was adjusted for inflation, reducing the taxable amount. And now the long-term capital gain tax rate is 12.5% on all the assets without indexation. So removal of indexation increases the taxable amount. However, the reduction in long-term capital gain tax rate to 12.5% provides overall relief in many cases. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose we have purchased an assets in the financial year 15-16 for 1 lakh rupees. Now we are selling it in the financial year 24-25 for 2,50,000. So if we go by the previous law, our cost of acquisition with indexation would be 1,42,913 and the long-term capital gain would be 1,07,087. So the tax amount would be at the rate of 20% is 21,417. Now if we go by the new law, our long-term capital gain would be 2,50,000 minus 1 lakh, that is 1,50,000, and the tax amount would be at the rate of 12.5% is 18,750. So now we have seen the impact of removal of indexation as well as reduction in long-term capital gain tax rate. So plan and optimize your taxes in advance, and do not forget to subscribe the channel for more such information on financial and taxation planning. For any query or advice, you may contact me at sushmarora7@yahoo.com.